Among the most revered ancient manuscripts, the Isaiah scroll stands as one of the most complete and earliest surviving biblical texts. Unearthed in the mid-20th century among the legendary Dead Sea Scrolls, this manuscript has fascinated scholars and believers alike for centuries. Its discovery over 2,000 years ago in the Qumran caves offers a bridge between ancient prophecy and the modern quest for understanding. The Isaiah scroll's tightly wound parchment remained undisturbed for millennia, requiring painstaking care to unroll and study. It wasn't merely its age or condition that intrigued historians, but its unparalleled completeness and historical context. The scroll's importance surged when Elon Musk spotlighted its significance, hinting at its potential to reshape perspectives on history and even the future. This revelation reignited global curiosity. What hidden truths does the scroll reveal? What shocking connections might it have to figures like Jesus? These questions are only the beginning. To understand the Isaiah scroll, we must first unravel the larger story of the Dead Sea Scrolls, a discovery that reshaped the world's understanding of ancient Jewish history, religion, and the origins of sacred texts. The story begins in the mid-20th century, when Bedouin shepherds stumbled upon clay jars in the caves near the Dead Sea. Inside were ancient scrolls, preserved in the arid climate of the Judean desert. Between 1946 and 1956, archaeologists and locals uncovered thousands of fragments spread across 11 caves near Qumran. These fragments were eventually assembled into roughly 981 manuscripts, now regarded as one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the modern age. The scrolls date from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE, a transformative period in Jewish history known as the Second Temple era. This era marked a time of intense religious, political, and social changes that laid the foundation for the emergence of Rabbinic Judaism and Christianity. The scrolls include a wide array of texts, providing unprecedented insight into ancient Jewish thought and society. They can be broadly categorized into 3 main groups. 1. Biblical texts. About 40% of the scrolls are copies of books from the Hebrew Bible, including some of the oldest known manuscripts of these texts. The Isaiah scroll is the crown jewel of this collection, containing a near-complete version of the book of Isaiah. 2. Apocryphal and pseudepigraphal works. Around 30% of the scrolls consist of writings not included in the biblical canon, such as the Book of Enoch and Book of Jubilees. These texts illuminate the diversity of Jewish thought during this period. 3. Sectarian texts. The remaining 30% are unique to the Qumran community. These include rules for communal living, apocalyptic visions, and commentaries on biblical prophecy. These texts were primarily written in Hebrew, with smaller portions in Aramaic and Greek. Some fragments from nearby sites even included Latin and Arabic, further demonstrating the region's cultural and linguistic diversity. The scrolls were found hidden in caves near Qumran, an ancient settlement overlooking the Dead Sea. Archaeological evidence suggests that the scrolls were stored during periods of unrest, such as the Roman suppression of Jewish revolts in the 1st century CE. Coins and other artifacts found in the caves align with this theory, linking the scrolls to historical events like the Jewish-Roman War, 66 to 73 CE. However, the Dead Sea Scrolls' journey from discovery to scholarship was fraught with challenges. Following their unearthing, the scrolls were transferred to the Palestine Archaeological Museum in East Jerusalem. After the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, Jordan took control of the museum, only for Israel to reclaim the scrolls following the 1967 Six-Day War. Today, they are housed in the Shrine of the Book in Jerusalem, though disputes over ownership persist. Both Jordan and the Palestinian Authority have contested Israel's claim, citing historical, territorial, and cultural reasons. The origins of the scrolls remain one of their greatest mysteries. While the dominant theory links the scrolls to the Essenes, a Jewish sect described by ancient historians like Josephus, this is far from the only explanation. According to the Essene theory, the Qumran settlement was home to this devout, ascetic group. Texts like the community rule found among the scrolls describe communal living, ritual purification, and strict adherence to religious law, practices consistent with accounts of the Essenes. Archaeological findings at Qumran, including inkwells, communal dining rooms, and ritual baths, support this interpretation. Not all scholars agree with the Essene hypothesis. Some suggest that the scrolls were the work of Sadducees, a priestly faction linked to the Jerusalem temple. This idea is supported by texts like the Miksat Ma'aseh HaTorah, which outlines purity laws in line with Sadducean practices. Others propose that the scrolls originated in Jerusalem, hidden in the Qumran caves by Jews fleeing the Roman siege in 70 CE. This theory argues that the diversity of handwriting and religious perspectives in the scrolls points to multiple authors, rather than a single sect like the Essenes. A more controversial theory links the scrolls to early Christianity. Some scholars, such as Robert Eisenman, have suggested that fragments like 7Q5 might contain traces of New Testament texts. Others argue that figures like James the Just or Paul the Apostle could have connections to the scrolls. While intriguing, these ideas remain speculative, with limited paleographic evidence to support them. The Qumran settlement, perched on a dusty plateau near the Dead Sea, was once a bustling hub. Built during the Hasmonean period, 2nd century BCE, it remained occupied until its destruction in 68 CE during the Jewish-Roman War. Archaeologists have uncovered features such as water systems, ritual baths, and assembly rooms, suggesting a community engaged in both religious and practical activities. But what was Qumran's true purpose? While traditionally seen as an Essene settlement, newer interpretations suggest it could have been a Hasmonean fortress, a pottery production center, or even a luxurious villa. The site's cemetery, containing over 1,000 graves, mostly male, adds another layer of mystery. At the heart of the Dead Sea Scrolls lies the Isaiah Scroll, an almost complete version of the biblical book of Isaiah. This text bridges ancient Jewish prophecy with modern theological and historical inquiries. It provides a rare glimpse into how the Hebrew Bible was read, copied, and understood during the Second Temple period. The Isaiah Scroll's condition and content have sparked debates about its interpretation. Some passages differ slightly from the Masoretic text, the standard Hebrew Bible, highlighting how biblical texts evolved over time. These variations offer invaluable insights into the development of Jewish and Christian scriptural traditions. The Dead Sea Scrolls are not just relics of the past. They are at the center of modern controversies. Disputes over their ownership, authenticity, and interpretation continue to make headlines. The scroll's significance has also captured public imagination, fueled by figures like Elon Musk, who recently declared their relevance to both history and the future. Musk's comments, though enigmatic, have drawn attention to the scroll's potential to reshape narratives about ancient prophecy and its relevance today. His pledge to showcase the original Isaiah scroll and its supposed connections to figures like Jesus has sparked a renewed wave of global curiosity. The story of the Dead Sea Scrolls is one of discovery, debate, and enduring mystery. These ancient texts challenge our understanding of history, offering glimpses into the beliefs and struggles of the people who wrote, preserved, and hid them. Their significance extends far beyond academic circles. They remind us of the fragility of cultural heritage and the power of perseverance in uncovering the past. Whether through meticulous scholarship or global intrigue, the scrolls continue to captivate and inspire, leaving us with as many questions as answers. And perhaps that is the ultimate lesson of the Dead Sea Scrolls. History is never static. It is a living narrative, shaped by those who seek to understand it.